Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching this. I hope you're having a great day. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really appreciate it. Let's start off with a recap, shall we? So these last few weeks have not been the greatest. It feels like the whole month of September, which is not great. Let's just say that. So I've had some triggers which have caused me to binge, and as much as I try to fight it, I know that the more I fought my cravings, the more that they would come back twice as hard. So I had a great chat with my trainer, and he told me that he was really proud of my progress, that most people give up after the first month, and that I was doing great. So my progress is not determined by a few bad weeks. This is what he said. So to me, I think I take things a bit personally in terms of my diet. I see it as a lack of discipline, and I end up beating myself up about not staying on track with my diet. So then as soon as I have an off day, as in to give into my cravings and maybe have Subway or a burger or something, it's not just that one time. I continue to get off track for the rest of the week because I get into that mentality of, well, I already cheated on my diet today, so that's a few more days. So in this video, I'll be discussing how I plan to change my mentality surrounding food, as well as what I'm currently doing to recover from a binge cycle. So let me start with what events led up to me binging. So at work, we had 5 cases of C19. I feel like management was just disorganized, and the way everything was handled was just chaotic. So at first, they were telling us that I wouldn't be allowed to work, and only after I went to check for myself with the nurse did I see that because I was double vaxxed, I could in fact work because there was a low risk of infection. So this whole situation was just a lot of stress about if I would have a paycheck, what was gonna happen, and to top it all off, I got really sick. So the day I went to get tested, I caught some sort of flu that was going around the office. So I was really worried that it was C19, like anyone else would. So the nurse said that it was probably just a flu going around because it was getting colder and it was definitely flu season. So all of us who had to get tested, we were also sick, so that made me just worry a lot more. And I was concerned if I had C19, if I passed it along to my family and friends. It was just honestly stressful. So my test came back negative, thank God, but the stress was still there and I was still sick. Because we had active cases at work, everyone was just on edge at work. We were all being safe and sanitizing, but we were just worried about anyone who was asymptomatic. A lot of what I ate was for comfort. So when you emotionally eat, it's because you're trying to seek out something that you're missing. So you want that endorphin rush that you get from biting into that delicious burger. But the problem is that endorphin rush is only temporary. So right after comes the guilt, which leads you to seek out that endorphin rush again. This turns into a binge and restrict cycle. So how many of you have binged or had a meal that you felt guilty about and the first thought in your head was, I just threw off my diet. Now I'm gonna have to do extra cardio tomorrow. I'm gonna have to do something extra at the gym. I've done this countless times, but here's how I'm gonna fix that. Here's how I am fixing that. It's not gonna be easy and it's definitely going to require a lot of effort, but if I'm serious about trying to recover, then I'm gonna put in the effort. So if I know that comfort food and junk food gives me an endorphin rush, I need something to replace that. I need something to get me excited, release some stress. So can you guys think of anything that can do that? I sound like a Dora the Explorer episode. Can you guys tell me where Swiper is?
Mixes it very well. Let's open up and try it. Wow.
Well, I'll tell you. Okay, the gym. This week, I've been killing it with my workouts. I've been pushing myself, setting goals, incorporating progressive overload, and trying to increase my weights. So this is kind of what frustrates me is because I've been killing my workouts all week, but my diet has been off. And we all know that you can't outtrain a bad diet. It didn't make sense that I was so on track with my workouts, but that I could just throw it off with my diet and just throw everything away, all my progress. It was just really frustrating. So I noticed that a lot of the times I would binge when I was sad or in my feelings or anxious. I would just sit there and think, I'm not in a good mood. I want something to make me feel better, something yummy, something delicious. So now I'm trying to teach myself that when I feel like this, I have to find something as an alternative. So now when I have a really bad day at work or I'm anxious, I tell myself that I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to kill my workout, and I'm going to feel so much better. It's true, when I'm in a shitty mood and I have an amazing workout, I feel so much better. This is because I get that endorphin rush. So I tell myself that I'm going to stay on track with my diet all day and that the gym is going to make me feel better. Food won't. So if anyone is struggling and you're watching this, I understand what you're going through and I know it's hard. You're gonna need to find something to replace that feeling with. As soon as you realize that the compulsion to binge comes from certain triggers, it becomes a lot easier to stop them before they get worse. So from my personal experience with binging, if I keep fighting the cravings, it just gets worse. So I shared this with my trainer and he completely agreed. He said that even he has a burger a few weeks before his show when he competes. So he's allowing me to have 2 award meals a week. He calls them award meals and not cheat meals because it changes your mentality about how you're eating. Cheating implies it's something that you're not supposed to do. Award meal implies that you're rewarding yourself for working so hard the entire week. So when I was on track with my diet and having one award meal a week, I felt so much better. I could even get a pizza for myself. That's how on track I was. I didn't feel guilty at all. I felt like I truly had earned it, and I want to get back to that. So to do that, I have to get 2 award meals a week. That way I can split them up during the week and I'm not waiting until the weekend to reward myself. So far it's been working. The week that I'm writing this voiceover, not the week of this video, I got my cravings out in the beginning of the week in moderation. It was Thanksgiving for us Canadians and I stayed with my girl in her hotel. We got room service, just talked, took pictures, and had a great time. So I ordered French toast and she got an omelet with potatoes and sausages. We decided to have a non-traditional Thanksgiving and spend time together, so we went to get some drinks. We went back to her place, invited some friends over, and ordered some pizza. So we invited her neighbor who brought over her sweet dog, Marley. He was so shy and quiet. He was just the cutest. It was so adorable. Dogs are like comfort animals. It was so sweet of my friend to invite me to her hotel. So in Ottawa, we have vaccine passport now. So if you're not double vaxxed, you can't do things like eat at restaurants, go to the movies, or go to the gym. So my friend didn't have her vaccines, but she had a credit for a free stay at a hotel. So she invited me to enjoy the pool and sauna since she couldn't. That was so sweet. So after work, I went over, we had a sleepover, had some Prosecco. It was some well-needed quality time, honestly, because I would have just been at home doing nothing, watching Netflix. So it was really sweet of her to invite me. Honestly, it was a great Thanksgiving. I had a lot of fun. I'm so glad she had a great time too. She watches my videos, so hi Ellie. So like I said, I killed my workouts this week. I've been loving upper body lately, like working out my upper body. This isn't to say that I don't like working lower body. It's just that I've been seeing so much progress with my upper body. My shoulders look so toned and muscular. I'm getting that cinched waist because I've been working my back out. I'm losing the stubborn back fat and I'm feeling so confident. I've been pushing myself when training my chest because it's my favorite now. I'm trying to get stronger at benching. I'm still not confident to add weights yet without a spotter, but I've been trying to increase my reps using just the 45 pounds, which is the bar. So I just have to keep telling myself that everyone starts at 45 pounds, the bar, and I'm sure it was hard for them too. I just have to keep at it and keep practicing and it'll get easier. So I just wanted to ask someone at the gym to spot me, and I didn't want to bother him during his workout. Like I just kept looking at him. I was like, oh, should I ask? I'm nervous. So I knew I could hit 10 reps, but I just didn't have the confidence to do it without a spotter. So I felt really strong, but like I was just failing when I hit 6 reps and I didn't want to risk it. So on the Monday I failed and I couldn't get the bar back up to the first notch and I had to lower it into my lap. Thank God I could get out. I just looked around, making sure no one saw me. I'm like, oh, no one saw that. And I moved on with my day. As you can see, this week I started deadlifting. So the first time deadlifting in years. I've avoided it so much because it's really just intimidating to me and it's just so easy to injure yourself. I was very nervous about everything. So if you guys follow TFNL, Team Forever for Never Lean on YouTube, Harry, he's the best, okay? He watches my videos, so hi Harry. Well, he has this Discord. So if you're like me and you didn't really know what a Discord was, it's like an online chat where you can discuss fitness, food, and anything really. You don't even have to chat. You could just be like a silent observer. So with being anxious about deadlifting again and just nervous in general, I wanted to make sure my form was on point and I was taking every precaution to just not hurt myself. So in Harry's Discord, there's a section where you can record yourself doing the exercise and then you can send it in. So you can send in this video so they can give you form tips and cues. It's from people who have experience in all areas and them themselves are working out in the gym and being consistent. So I sent in my video and holy crap, I had so many people commenting and help me out within seconds. They even sent me powerlifting videos. So I watched videos from Steffi Cohen, who's deadlifted I think 4 times her body weight. So if I'm gonna take form tips from anyone, it's definitely from Steffi, especially on the sumo deadlift because that's her specialty. So I also watched Alan Thrall because he's just so freaking amusing. He mixes in comedy with actual advice. So I took notes and I set off for the gym. So in the video I sent them, you can actually see that video at the beginning of this video. So they told me that it looked like I was lifting with my upper body instead of my lower body, which is a little confusing to think about, but you have to imagine it like a leg press, like you're pushing the ground away from you. So I had been feeling it in my back a lot, which makes sense from how I was lifting the weight. So you could see that I was lifting it with all my upper body and not my legs at all. So the people in the group were telling me that I shouldn't feel it anywhere except for my legs. So I shouldn't feel it in my back. And I asked them if it was normal to be feeling it in my back and they said no. But a couple of them said that their back was just destroyed from DOMs until a week after. So I know that deadlifts are taxing on the body, but I shouldn't be feeling any sharp pains the next day. And I have great news. I kept practicing on the last day I deadlifted. I felt it in my legs and I was really starting to get the movement down packed. So I didn't have those sharp pains the next day and I felt really, really good. I'm still practicing my form and I don't want to go heavier than 135 until I get that down perfectly. So I prefer lifting sumo, and I noticed that my hands were giving out before my legs were. So maybe it's time to invest in some lifting straps or something. But I just want to say a big thanks to those in the Discord who helped me, Austin and Melissa. Hi! Thank you guys so much for supporting me, and I appreciate you guys so much. So I'll leave a link to the Discord down below if you guys want to join. It's pretty entertaining. It's a pretty entertaining group in general. So they don't all talk about gym stuff. There's different sections. There's even like a section where you can post your food videos and stuff like that, food pictures. So that's something you're interested in, definitely check them out. So on the Saturday, I wanted takeout, but I wanted something healthy. So I wanted to try this new restaurant we have in the area. It's Greek, and it's kind of like a nourish bowl style where you can put all these like healthy options.
We got room service. Ooh, we getting bougie today. Oh, this gonna look so yummy.
Together in a bowl on top of rice or like some lettuce or something like that. So I got watermelon, radishes, feta, hummus, ancient grain rice, spring mix. And my friend got figs on hers, pumpkin seeds, and all these other healthy options. It was just so yummy. And I'm pretty sure they were vegan. So honestly, even though my diet was off track, this was probably the best week I've had in a while. And that says a lot. So I spent time with some good people, had a great time. We enjoyed each other's company. I definitely got pretty drunk, but you know what? I needed it. I needed to be social and just have a good time. I've been definitely going through it and I needed a break. And I don't know if you guys have watched my previous videos if you're new here. I do have an anxiety disorder, and one of the things that happens when I'm really anxious is that I don't want to be social. I don't want to be around people. So I tend to like avoid social situations. I wasn't going out as much. I literally was just sitting at home watching YouTube, which is nothing's wrong with that. It's just that it was starting to become a little bit toxic to me, where it was like I couldn't even watch any stories. I couldn't be on social media. So this is kind of like a really big progress for me. Like I'm starting to watch stories again. I'm starting to go on Instagram more. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I haven't been posting, and that's just for the sake of my mental health, honestly. Like when I'm ready, I will post, and I know you guys will support me. And I love posting on YouTube. It's like therapy to me. But honestly, just me going out and being social and just having a great time, it's a step forward, because me a couple months ago would not be doing this. I would be avoiding parties at all costs and I wouldn't want to go out. So this is great. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I appreciate you guys so much, more than you even know. Thank you for the kind words. I know a few of you reached out to me personally on Instagram and sent me messages, which I really appreciate, and it made me feel so loved and appreciated and just wanted. So a big thank you to you. And if you got it this far in the video, comment the word French toast. Oh, that's 2 words. Whoops. Okay, comment the words French toast. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.